So now we are talking about conflicts of interest, and this gets a lot of attention, and for good reasons, because conflict of interest happen all the time. Conflicts of interest are not something that you can avoid completely in an organization. You can only manage. I'll kind of go back to my first statement of my new favorite word of being de-risk. Well, that's kind of what you do with conflict of interest is you manage them as much as possible. So a conflict of interest occurs when the individual's personal interests, family, friendships, financial or social factors could compromise a person's judgment, decisions, or actions in the workplace. A lot of times people connect that to financial, but it's not always financial. Sometimes, right, it doesn't have to be. I'm I'm in this nonprofit group, Facebook group, that not the one that I mentioned with the lawyers, but just a group of nonprofit leaders and people that want to create nonprofits. And they always get asked these very interesting questions. And one of the questions was around a potential executive director that was coming on to volunteer for the organization as executive director. And this person that was a friend of one of the board members. And even though it was an unpaid position, the question was it a conflict of interest? And I thought very much so, is it a conflict of interest for that board member who knows this person to vote on whether or not that person should or should not be an executive director simply because they have a connection, right? And even though it's unpaid, there's no financial exchange, that still creates a conflict of interest.